The leading Dutch Golden Age painters, Pieter de Hooch. In the bustling city of Delft, amidst the vibrant art scene of the Dutch Golden Age, emerged one of the most talented painters of his time, Pieter de Hooch. Born in 1629, de Hooch grew up in a period of great cultural and artistic flourishings in the Netherlands. During his formative years, de Hooch would have been surrounded by the works of renowned artists like Johannes Vermeer and Rembrandt van Rijn, who were making significant contributions to the art world. It was in this richly creative environment that de Hooch began to develop his own artistic talents. Little is known about de Hooch's early life, but by the time he reached adulthood, he had already begun to establish himself as a skilled painter. He likely received training in the studio of another artist, possibly Nicolas Berchem or Peter Groenewegen van der Mede, where he would have honed his craft or learned the techniques of the Dutch masters. De Hooch's paintings are characterized by their meticulous attention to detail, use of light and shadow, and ability to capture everyday scenes with remarkable clarity. His mastery of perspective and composition set him apart as a true innovator in Dutch genre painting. Throughout his career, de Hooch painted scenes of domestic life, often depicting interiors of middle-class homes with figures engaged in daily activities. His works offer a glimpse into the social customs and values of 17th century Dutch society, portraying moments of intimacy, leisure, and domestic harmony. De Hooch's paintings also reflect his interest in architecture and spatial relationships, as seen in his meticulous renderings of interior spaces and architectural elements. He often used doorways and windows to create depth and perspective, inviting viewers to step into his meticulously crafted worlds. De Hooch's paintings typically feature interior spaces of middle-class homes, often portraying scenes of everyday life. One of the defining characteristics of his style is his adeptness at capturing the play of natural light within these domestic settings. He skillfully utilizes light to create depth and atmosphere, illuminating interiors with soft, diffused light that filters through windows and doorways. This mastery of light lends his compositions a sense of warmth and intimacy, inviting viewers into the private worlds of his subjects. In addition to his mastery of light, de Hooch is renowned for his meticulous attention to detail in rendering architectural elements and interior furnishings. He carefully depicts the intricate pattern of tiles, rugs, and textiles, as well as the subtle nuances of domestic objects such as furniture, utensils, and household items. These meticulous details not only enhance the realism of his scenes, but also provide insights into the material culture of the 17th century Dutch society. Another hallmark of de Hooch's style is his skillful composition and use of space. He often arranges figures within his compositions to create dynamic relationships and narratives, while carefully balancing the elements of the interior setting. His compositions frequently feature open doorways and windows, which serve as visual frames and conduits for the viewer's gaze, inviting them to explore the spatial depth of the scene. Furthermore, de Hooch's paintings often convey a sense of harmony and tranquility, portraying moments of familial intimacy and domestic bliss. His figures are depicted and engaged in everyday activities such as cooking, reading, or playing music, conveying a sense of domestic routine and comfort. Through his sensitive portrayal of human interactions and emotions, de Hooch captures the essence of Dutch domestic life with remarkable sensitivity and insight. His most renowned paintings are The Bedroom. This iconic painting depicts a tranquil bedroom interior with a woman seated at a table engaged in household tasks. The composition exudes a sense of domestic harmony and quietude, with the soft, diffused light filtering through the window casting a warm glow over the scene. The Bedroom exemplifies de Hooch's skillful use of light and space to create a serene atmosphere within the confines of the domestic setting. A Dutch Courtyard. In this painting, de Hooch captures a picturesque courtyard scene with figures engaged in various activities. The meticulous attention to architectural detail, including the intricate patterns of the brickwork and the play of light and shadow on the surfaces, demonstrates de Hooch's mastery of composition and perspective. A Dutch courtyard is celebrated for its depiction of everyday life in the 17th century Dutch urban setting. A woman and her maid in a courtyard. This painting portrays a woman and her maid engaged in domestic chores within a tranquil courtyard setting. De Hooch skillfully renders the architectural elements of the courtyard, including the arched doorway and the tiled floor, with meticulous detail. The interaction between the figures conveys a sense of domestic routine and intimacy, reflecting de Hooch's ability to capture the nuances of everyday life. The Linen Cupboard. In this composition, de Hooch depicts a woman sorting linens in a domestic interior illuminated by soft, diffused lights. The painting is notable for its meticulous attention to detail in rendering the textures of the fabrics and the reflective surfaces of the objects. The linen cupboard exemplifies de Hooch's ability to imbue mundane domestic scenes with a sense of beauty and tranquility. A woman drinking with two men. This painting portrays a scene of conviviality and social interaction, with a woman seated at a table sharing a drink with two men. De Hooch adeptly captures the gestures and expressions of the figures, conveying a sense of camaraderie and relaxation. The painting is celebrated for its depiction of social customs and interpersonal relationships in 17th century Dutch society. Pieter de Hooch died in or after 1684 in Amsterdam, the Netherlands. The exact date of his death is unknown. He was buried in the Nieuwe Kerk Church of Amsterdam. The cause of de Hooch's death is unknown, and he was in his early to mid-50s. De Hooch's death was a major loss for the art world. He was one of the leading genre painters of the Dutch Golden Age, and his work is celebrated for its realism, its use of light and shadow, and its depiction of everyday life.